So as promised, we will be looking at the 4 games that I played in the MSO tournament. And today we will be talking about and discuss this game with Michael, who has done the live of the first and the last game. So we will share our thoughts on all these 4 games. So let's start. In the beginning, I chose a very general opening, just play the 2 stars, and then I go into the 3-3. So this jump is very effective when the ladder is good for black, because if white is going to push and cut, then if he is cutting on the outside and it will goes back to the normal Joseki like this one, then it is actually in my favor because I would like to have a Sente. So if he's cutting it in this side, then I will be Ataris and captures. If he cannot capture it with leather, then I can go out, then it won't be a very good Joseki for the white. So in this position, it is very often we will see white playing this one. But if white cannot capture this stone within 1 move, then in the future, there are many different strategies to make use of this one. For example, the jump or the Kasumi in the future. So that's why I decided to choose the jump. And like the normal Joseki of this one would be something like this one and this one, but this is not the scope of our discussion today, so we will keep going to talk about some other stuff. So let's go on. So
Actually,
my
I have
opponent
a
decided
question.
to,
I have a question for that.
Yep, let's go.
How about why you like the jump more than the knight move?
I actually chose it randomly. I don't think one is better than the others, because I think that because I will play the knight move, but I think this one is a fast game, so I just want to choose something more random because I'm quite confident with my calculations. So I want to make things a little bit more complicated. Yeah, so my opponent decided to play the Sanuki, which is also fine. And then I immediately tried to play this one. Actually, I'm wanting to get a Sente and play this one, which this shape is better than the shape that if black is playing the Night Move and then play the Kasumi here, this shape is way better because it's better at attacking these 3 stones. At the same time, it's also better at getting territories on the bottom side as well. So I quite like this openings. So, and then he decided to go into 3 again. I think it is probably because this game is a fast game, 10 minutes, and each move increase 10 seconds. So he's not thinking of other stuff. He's just going to 3. And then I just want to get a Sente, and then I decided to play the Pincer. And then he played this one, and then actually in this position, I thought of playing something like this one. It is also possible, and if white is playing something like this, then I can finish Joseki with this one, or I can just go back with something like this. But I think because I know that my opponent is quite strong, he is a 4 then in the UK, and I know that I think I have heard that he got Fox 9 then as well. So I think very likely that he will invade in this kind of, for example, this kind of invasion or this kind of invasion to separate my 2 groups. Because in this game, for example, on the bottom side, I feel like my stone are all on like 3rd line or 2nd line. I don't think this fight is. I think this fight is possible, but I don't want to get into a very complicated fight where I do not have any stones to assist myself, and I'm actually very satisfied with getting the territories. And I also think the exchange of this one and this one is beneficial for the black. So
Yes.
I decided to play a more conservative moves.
This is also what I said in the live, that I think in your view, the exchange of the triangle stones gets territory for the black, so you like it more. So
yeah, I like it more.
But I think actually white is not bad, or maybe white should play the extension instead of the 3-3 invasion.
You mean the repincer? Like, do you mean this kind of repincer?
I don't know. Maybe white should play the extension before entering the 3-3. Maybe.
Oh, you mean in here he may play something here or finish Josek here before entering the 3. it will if he is playing something like this one, then it can be a little bit too slow for the white because now black has already invaded the corner and it is possible black invade the other corner. So I don't think playing this one could be a better option. But it is possible in this position. White may extend. I think this is also possible, but I think my opponent is thinking about the speed of the opening, so that's why he decided to invade.
I see.
Which is also okay. But if I am white, I won't think I won't think about that. I think I will play the pincer and then I will play this one. Of course, this may not be a better decision, but this suit my style a little bit more.
Because after black could play the two space extension, white could not attack the black anymore, right? This this exchange, the exchange of white 1 and 2 could become 50-50 fight, maybe.
I think this fight could be slightly better for the black because black can just play this one and then white will be asked to decide if he is playing the knight move or the jump. And I would say this field stone is a little bit weak. Right. Given that, for example, I play this one, then it will be an easier fight for the black. But I still prefer to play something like this because white I'm getting the territories. So I know that this may not be very good for the white, but I seems like, especially this is a fast game, you don't have too much time to think about, then getting territory seems to be more reasonable options. Yeah. So, but to be honest, I don't think white is. I don't think white is in a less superior position in this point. I think it's equal position. So and then I play this one. Actually, I hope white to play what we play in the real game. And actually, this move I was a little bit surprised because normally white is always extending because this Atari is huge. The reason is, for example, if he plays this one, then even if I am playing something like this one, actually the top side is not as large as we think. So because like the corners has a lot of territories, let's have a count, maybe 4, 6, 8, 10, and then 12, and then there's 4 stones here. Then it's about 20 to 22 points around that, or even more because it is thick. So let's count as 24. So if white has 24 points here, and we count these corners as like 8 points, and then 24 with 32. So do you think I have 32 here? So my answer will be I don't think I have 32 here, given that, for example, white will be playing something like this one. So white increase some points here as well. So I don't think the top side is very, very large. So if I am white, I would play this extension instead of like invading that. So after the Ataris, blacks does not have to get too many territory on the top side because the Atari gets a lot of benefits. For example, entering the center, getting potential to get territories in this kind of areas. And at the same time, these stones will be kind of a burden for the white. And actually in this position, what I was thinking is no longer how to get the points here, because I don't think getting the points here is very important. So for example, if I'm more defensive, for example, playing this one, I don't think this is a good move. The reason is if white is playing something like this, I don't think if I get all the points from the third line, I don't think this can compensate the loss I sacrificed in the corner. So I am no longer thinking about getting territories. Instead, I'm thinking about how to make use of attacking these stones and getting the territories on, for example, the right-hand side, or attacking this kind of weak stone. So that's why in the real game, I decided to play this one. And also another reason is I don't think this kind of attack could be very effective because there are too many areas for whites to escape or getting a base. So I decided to play this kind of moves. I also think about if white will play push and cut, but of course, what I really want white to do will be this kind of crawl on the second line, then I'll just extend, then it will be kind of like a VI, so I can play the turn or I can play the cap. So my opponent decided to play the push and cut, which I actually think very, very good. And it is also in my mind that he will play this kind of move. And after that, actually, I was also surprised by some of the moves and the extend. And then the Kusumi will be a very normal reply. And then he decided to play the attachment. And after I played the Hane, he played this one. And then in these two exchanges, I suddenly feel that he's really strong. The reason is I have never thought. So actually, my Hane is I played really fast for the Hane. The reason is I don't think I can like playing this kind of move, and then I just immediately play the Hane because it just looked like a really good move. So if he extend, then I can play the Tiger Mouth. Then it is very certain that I get all the territories. And then after he played this one, I understand this my opponent is really strong because he's telling me that he is making a Mi if he is playing the next move. We're playing something like this one to surround the 4 stone there, and the other will be this cut. This Kasumi is protecting the cut, is helping the cut. So because if he is going for example, if a Hana is cut immediately, then there will be this kind of strategies. So he cannot block here because now you can do the ladder or you can play the cage. You can play the cage, also possible. So his Kasumi actually messed up my plan. And then I have to decide if I am going to play the Tiger Mouth to defend this group or I'm going to defend for the top side. So of course, the top side must be larger. So I decided to play Hane and Connects, which is really big here. So actually, although I know that I am playing some moves that my opponents wanted me to play because after he played this one, it is really really certain that it is under his calculation because he knows that there was a MI there. So, but I also have no choice, and I think this Hane connects really huge for black. So, although I know that I kind of fall into a trap of white, but I don't think black is not good in this position because I can play the Hane connects as a center.
Usually, we never. It's not acceptable for the hidden players to letting black to play this Hane and connects because
it's
too
we
big.
just feel terrible to let opponent playing Hane and connects in
but
center.
I could just say the attach and then playing back the diagonal move showed his ability.
The next move will be I have actually no choice because I have to like saving this stones and then I play this one. At this point I already calculated if he cuts and what should I do. I thought that my extension here is acceptable because I by escaping these stones I also get the territory on top side. So I think although I kind of fall into a trap of this Kasumi and the attachments, I still think this game is okay for black. And then he cut. Actually, I thought of sacrificing, but I feel like this sacrifice is a little bit too much. So I just play this one, and then I keep playing, and then as well. Actually, the reason I did not think it very long in this kind of position. The reason is I saw this move. I saw the Kasumi here. So this is one of the biggest reason I can accept this variation because this Kasumi is really huge. It gave me the opportunity to play the Tiger Mouth and Hane, and this group, the corner is hugely damaged. So I am actually very happy about this position. But after the game, I checked the AI and then he told me that I should Atari's here and then play the Tiger Mouth. To be honest, I also think about this position. That this kind of variation flashed in my mind, but I decided not to play this because of a very simple way. Because after he played this one, because I always want to play the Hane and then Tiger Mouth to make sure that this group's alive. And then after he played this one, then I think this is too stupid, right? And then AI told me that actually here I should play this one. So I don't think this is something because even if he is blocking, I still think I have to play a move here, right? Because you still have to like play a move here because, for example, if I play something else, then this could be dead, right?
Yeah.
So it's not something that I would do. AI told me that it's better to play this one, but I just cannot think of this kind of variations.
I think that's not really difficult to think of, even in a slow game. So, but for me, I think as the white cut is quite possible, I think the Hane at P10 may be a problematic move. As white could cut, maybe black should.
Yeah. I think if I think about it retrospectively, then possibly I shouldn't play the Hane. So when he attached on the P11, maybe I should have played Q10, but I don't think I can play Q10. Even now, I know the results like that. I don't think I will play because it just look very coward of playing Q10. So even now, I know that it seems that so. I mean, even now I know that I will play this one and then you play this one, and he can ladder the stones.
That look more
I still
natural.
think I still don't think I can play the Q10. I mean, even in next game, I don't think I'll play Q10. So
actually, yeah, black also gained this diagonal move too. So
yes, I think this diagonal move is huge. So this is also a reason why I didn't think a long time, and then because I saw this diagonal move, I'm actually quite happy about that.
Because I think you are more territory oriented. You don't think the influence of the whites could get too many territories.
No. I actually think this influence is very strong.
Oh, okay. But anyway.
Yeah, I actually think this is very strong. And I actually very regret it. I regretted of what is I should Atari here. And then I see. This one.
You really want to fight it.
Yeah, we will talk about it later why I think this Atari is very important.
I see. Okay.
So because in this position, I was thinking what should I do? And then I don't think because I think I must limit the potential of this group. And I cannot play something like this kind of move because the next move will be something like this kind of move or this kind of move. Then the top side will be heavily damaged and I cannot make a large areas, and at the same time this is very likely to be a Sente. So I want to play something aggressive here, and I decided to play this one. So this is what I play in the real game. And I was actually wishing him to connect here, and then I played this one. So this will making sure that this group will not be able to get a very large influence or getting large territory in the future. So if he's replying, then I'll be Tanuki. So I can play Tanuki, or I can play this one to ensure that this group will not get a lot of territory. So if he is playing captures, then I think these two moves has already done a lot. Then I can also play the Tanuki. So this is the reason why I play the Atari. And then I saw him capture this one. And then I was like, oh no. Because actually I don't think this I was thinking about if I can win this code. But I actually have no choice now. Because I cannot play something. I cannot play other moves, right? At this position. I have to play the code. And then I was even have a flash in my mind if you will play something like this. Because after I captures, it's possible to play this one. But I think it's okay. The reason is if he's playing something like this one, I was thinking if even I connect here, even if he is capturing this kind of stones, there are too many RG inside. So for example, if I play this kind of moves, it will be very difficult for him to capture all my stones. So I think he may not be able to play this kind of very aggressive code. So he decided, he decided to play this one, and then he played this one and then connected, and then I cut. I remember in the live you talk about that you were a little bit surprised that I can accept continuously capturing stones and then letting whites to get a very good shape outside, right? Yeah, actually the reason of why I captures I am willing to spend so many moves here, the reason is I am not thinking of capturing this kind of stones as points, but it is very important because after this kind of exchanges, and then I also play this Atari and then captures, it makes sure that this group is very thick. And all this attachment becomes Gote. It's not Sente anymore. They are not Sentes anymore. I can play other ways, other areas, and also the points on the Actually, the points on the bottom did not decrease a lot, and I still get the points on the top side. But this kind of attachment will no longer be sentes, and it is possible I can even get more points. So, for example, if white is playing something like this, this kind of attachment, it is possible I can play this kind of very aggressive move. But if these stones are not captured and these stones is alive, then this will kill all my stone there if I did not capture this stone. So this is the reason why I decided to capture these stones. Not because of the points, but it's more about the thickness of these stones.
I see. I think
so
you should explain why you regret playing the S5 and not playing the Atari first.
Oh yeah, the reason is because like in the real game he captured this one, then it is risky for because I did not have a very deep calculations of this kind of code, and because it's like if I Atari now, then there's no choice for the white. White must connect, and then after I play this one, the game will be the same. Like this will be the same, and then now I can play the Atari.
But is that really a bad, worst choice for white? Because actually, I don't think the exchange is really valuable, isn't it?
You mean this Atari?
Yeah. I mean, after white could capture in the real game, white choose to risk call, but is that
choose
really,
to sorry? Sorry.
White choose to capture now, but
yeah,
is it really bad to connect?
I think I don't know which is better, but in my in my perspective, because in my perspective because my plan was having white to play this one and then play this one, then I don't want to have any risk of this kind of move. So if I Atariing earlier, then I would not have to get into this kind of risky stuff.
I see. But
yeah, because I did not. Also, because it's a fast game, it's not possible for me to calculate this kind of code. And even if it is a long game, I won't be able to calculate this kind of code as well.
I see. But actually, if I'm white, I won't play this choice. Yeah.
You won't play the code?
Yeah. It seems to me in the real game, white get nothing, but black get thick and get some territories. As you have told us. Yeah.
But that was not what I like. I mean, that wasn't my plan. It was just kind of a little bit of luck, and it just go as how it goes.
I see.
But this was my plan. So my plan was playing this one, but he was kind of mess up my plan. So yeah.
And by not playing the hit first, this gave white to choose. That's a problem.
Gave white an opportunity to choose. So as a Go player, then you should
not giving
sure that make sure
your plan go
go to your plan. So I think this is one of the mistake I made.
I see.
So yeah, here I'm quite happy in this position, and so this is actually a kind of position that I should think about. So I have to think about if I'm going to, for example, playing this one to take all the points, or playing this one to get the points, or do what I did in the real game, which is this one. And I'm happy I chose this one.
Yes, in the live, I said, if I'm black, I will think about the attach in K17. But I really like how you play in the real game. That's very nice.
The reason I don't play the K17 because in this kind of position, first of all, white can Tenuki. So it gives white a choice to control what to happen in the future.
I see.
Yeah. So and I don't think this move also give me lots of points, given that like this kind of move. So actually I feel like the top side is like a MI. So if I play this one, then in the future this will be white's right to play. So if I play this one, then white will play something like this one or this one. So I feel like the top side is a MI, then it will be more valuable for me to play outside. But to be honest, I also think this move can be a very, very small mistake, because I think I should play this one first. This should be a better like sequence. this could be a little bit better. Just ensure that I can peep to both sides. So because if I play this one and then I remember after this peep, I think a little bit and then I play this one. The reason is I was thinking about if he will play this counter attack.
I see.
Yeah, and I was preparing to play this jump if he played the counter attack.
What will happen if black choose to cut?
Oh, you mean the cut?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Because I was thinking about this kind of keep pushing and cut, and actually this is also possible. But
a bit complicated.
I feel like
right?
this group. Yeah, but a bit complicated. And I think I'm quite happy about getting the points, and
you want a more easy game. Yeah.
Yeah. Because now in this position, I can see that the main points, the points are all on the top left-hand corner. So these are the points of white. And then all the other areas are like this kind of like few points and a few points. And white must get a very large area in the center to win this game. So black has lots of points, like here, and a little bit of points here. So it is very certain that black has a lot of points, more points than white. So my goal will be how to limit this group to have less points in the center. So that's why I wasn't very obsessed with getting the points on top side, but
and you also would like to prevent whites to make some fights here.
Yeah. I also actually. Oh, by the way, this camera. I remember you think that this is a really good move, right?
Yeah, I like it.
I was actually in this position. I think for quite because we only have 10 minutes. I think I spent like about a minute. The reason is I am sure that I will play some move here, but where is it? So because this move is my first intuitive, but then I have kind of rejected this first intuitive a little bit. Because I was kind of afraid of this kind of cut. So I thought of this kind of move as well, and this kind of move as well. So I want to have a move that prevents my opponent to cut here, but at the same time also reduce the potential of the center. But finally, I don't think there is a
perfect
move that is
could do all the things.
Because so if I play this one,
yeah.
he will play this one. Then now it seems like there's no very good move to enter the center, and also the two is looks quite good. So I did not want to play this one. So I was thinking about this one, but this is a little bit like you are not defending and you are not very aggressive.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere. So I was thinking, okay, let's do this. And then I think if you cut, actually I shouldn't be very afraid, because no matter what happened, then I still have my last resource to go back, right? So I decided, even if you want to fight, then let's fight. I was thinking about if you want to fight, then let's do it. Even if it goes wrong, then always I have the last resort of going back.
I see.
So that's why I played this one. And then he decided to push, and then I played this one. Actually, this move showed my intention, because this move normally I will be having to play this one. So playing this one, because if he is cutting, then so this will be very easy connection. So he played this one. I checked the AI after. AI suggested this kind of fight, but I don't think. I did not think that this would be very good for white, because at that time I thought this cut a little bit
overplayed.
Overplayed, because I thought there are two moves here, so the fight could be a little bit better for the black. That's what I thought. But I think AI suggested this, so he decided to play this one. Then I immediately played this one, because I wanted to, because I like in my previous I talk about, because I know that black has more points than white, then my goal will be ensuring in the center that white won't have a lot of points. So I think this move first it ensures that the connection of this group, it is very thick now. There's no life and death problems, and if this group is very thick, then this two stone will not have any problems in the future. I will be very comfortably take care of this 2 stone, and I have a camera here, then it's not possible for white to get a large area in the center. So in this position, I actually was very happy. So he played this one, and then I blocked, and then he played the tiger mouth. Normally I think like 9 out of 10 I should be Atari in here. But I decided not to because in most cases this Atari is important when
similar to the to the R18.
Yeah. R18. Yeah, similar to R18. Yeah.
we
this kind of
usually the advanced player won't allow this to happen.
Yeah, you don't want to allow A2. But what I was thinking is usually this kind of Hane is very huge, is because of this create an eye shape for the white, and also it decrease the eye shape for this group as well. So in this position, I don't think in the future I will be attacking this group, because definitely I'm the defensive one because this two is only weak. So I will not attack this group in the future, and the most important thing will be getting all the points. And if I play something, for example, like this one to get points, then this Hane will be very huge because he is attacking my group. I don't have 2 eyes. So I decided to play this one because now even if he is playing this one, I can comfortably Tenuki, or even I can, for example, playing this one to pressure this group. So he decided to play this one, which is, I think, is quite common sense. But I'm also very happy because I can get a Sente.
Yeah.
And then
I think
so
white.
kind
I think black gained that again because.
Yeah, I think it's kind of all within my plan.
I think white get a gold here. I don't think white make a good choice.
Yeah, if I were white, I don't think I will play this one, or maybe after I play this one, then I will play something like this to pressure this black. So even if this group is not killed or anything,
at least got.
So this 2 exchange is very beneficial for the white. It increase the loss of points and decrease loss of points for the black. So I don't think this so I don't think I will play this this one, and then because the value of the center is no longer that large after this move is played. So I think I will try to play this move instead of playing this one. Yeah, and then I play the nose hit, and then I play Hane. And then now I got the Sente, then I take care of this group. Actually, I think after I play this 2 move, I feel like the rest of the game is not that important. I feel like
black
I already
got more points,
yeah.
And as long as white could not make more territories at the middle.
Yeah. It seems to me white will not be able to make large territory in the center. So actually we can have a look at the points. So we can count the points. So white point will be something like push this one. So I will count to here, and then here will be, this will be, because the Hane connect, so I will count these points. This may be also white points. So here I will count these 2, and then these 2, maybe 3. So these are the white certain points. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 16, 2, 4, 5, 21, and then 24, and then 2 is 26. So white has 26 certain points. And we don't know how many points white can get in the center, but of course, white will be able to get some points in the center. So let's have a look at the black. So these are the points for the black. So this will be something like this one. This, because the Hane and connect will be very often it will be black's right to play, so I can count to here. So here will be like 3 points, and then here I will say 6, and then this is white. So something like this. So here 8, and it's 11, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, and then 11, 20. So here and here is already 25. So I have this group extra. So this is 6, and then for 5, 11, and then actually I capture 2 stone here. So 11, 13, and then 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I have 31 points here. So I have 31 points more than white. So white will be having to have like 20 something points at center without letting me to get without letting me to get any points, and white can have to surround 20 something points in the center to win this game. So I feel like this is not really possible. So in this position, I think it will be kind of a clearly one for the black.
So I think which would be the most problematic move for the white? Which would be the
I
losing
think
move?
one of the move will be this one, because if I'm white, I think it is, because if white is playing this one, then so white get four more points and black get 4 less points. So this is already 8 points difference.
And how should white manage the bottom right corner?
Here,
It seems a bit weak here. But in the
you
real
mean this
game,
group?
white choose to play a Gorte to connect all the group. But it's
Yeah. So I think Hane and this one will be quite good, because this is of course very large yours, so Hane or Connect, like I think I will play Hane and Connect, or even if I'm not playing Hane and Connect, and then maybe something like this. I don't think I'll play the hit nose hit and then Hane, because first of all this is not Sente, and second, I don't think the center you can surround lots of points.
and I think after black will hit the B3 something.
B3, yeah, B3 is large. But but white may play the call, because white is not in a very good position. He may start the call. So also 7 is important, because it emphasized the Hane in the future. So I think if I'm white, I may play something like this.
And try to get a comeback in the end game.
Yeah, try to come back in the Yose.
And maybe in
I
the
think
middle, white should try to emphasize the cut and try to get a fight.
Yeah, I think kind of like now then, maybe AI really right. He should play something. Not AI may be right, but AI must be right. So he should cut here, right? Uh, um, yeah, I think it's very important to because you are so strong this group, and my group is quite quite weak. So you should be emphasizing my weaknesses, like this kind of cuts. But in the real game, this my weakness was not being focused or pointing at. So I think this was the reason I won the game. But yeah.
Thank you for the review. I think that's all for this game.
Okay.